Hello, I'm Lisa Harrison, and in this video I want to talk a little bit about self-sabotage and where that comes from, because I've just witnessed someone else doing it again, and it's incredibly frustrating to watch somebody in your life continually sabotage their own efforts, or even worse, when you see yourself doing it. So I just wanted to talk about my understanding of where that comes from, why we do it, how it works. And I'm not a psychologist or in any way professional, so if there are some out there that would like to correct me where I'm wrong, please do so, but this is just the understanding I've come to. So here we go. You've got two minds, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, and you really do need to look at them as two completely separate entities, because they have different agendas, different operating systems, if you like. You can look at them as like a PC and a Mac. They don't operate the same way, and unless they are in alignment, unless they are in agreement, it can be very, very difficult to achieve your goals, to receive. Some people refer to it as having blocks to receiving, or just going through these motions of self-sabotage over and over again. So this is the way I understand it, that your conscious mind is up here in your head. Visualize it that way. So it's up here around your senses. And its role is to take in all the information, all the data, all the experience that you receive through your senses, and use tools like logic and reasoning, and it's the thinking part of you, it's the decision-making part of you, and it has those tools. Takes in this information. Now, because you can't possibly hold all of the information you receive in a lifetime up here in your conscious mind, it needs to decide that certain things are true. It needs to learn things. And once it's decided that it has learnt something, that it knows it's true, it knows it's a fact, it passes it down into the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is that part of us that acts on autopilot. Now, if we didn't do that, then every time we did anything, it would be like trying to do it for the first time. And you can imagine the chaos that we'd be in if every time we got into a car to drive it, we were doing it for the first time. So the conscious mind learns through repetition, by doing something over and over again, hearing it, seeing it, experiencing it, enough times that the conscious mind goes, okay, I've got it, I know it, it's true, it's a fact, pass it down into the subconscious. It also learns through shock, emotional shock as well as mental and physical shock. So the first time you put your hand in a fire as a youngster, then shock to the system, shock to the senses, that information goes straight down into the subconscious. Fire is hot, bad, burnies, leave it alone. You don't want to have to learn that lesson every time you come across fire. So there's the role of the conscious mind. That's its purpose. It's the part of you that thinks, it makes decisions. It's the part of you that decides what you do and don't want. It's the one who decides what makes you happy and your goals, and does all of that. Now, down in the subconscious mind, what does the subconscious mind do with these little bits of information? They're passed down much like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. And the subconscious mind pieces these bits together to form a picture, and this picture tells a story. And the story is your unique world view, your unique perspective, based on your unique experience of the world you live in. And it does this for a very, very particular reason: your survival. The subconscious mind is only interested in your survival. It could not give a toss about your happiness. And once you realise that, it changes everything. Because happiness is so subjective. What makes me happy might bore you to tears, and what used to make you happy, that job that you couldn't wait to get to in the morning that used to bring you a lot of joy, it could actually just be a major source of stress right now. That person that you're in a relationship that you used to love very much and made you very happy could just irritate you right now. So happiness is subjective, and it's not concerned with it at all. What it is concerned with only is your survival, and it decides what is good for your survival, what is safe and what isn't, based on this picture and this story that it is telling. Fire is hot, as example. And this story is about the world as you uniquely see it, but it's also about who you are and where you fit into this story, where you fit into this world. It has to know these things too. Now, as an example, if you grow up in some kind of lazy coastal fishing village where everybody knows everybody and everybody's friendly, your story is going to be about the world being a really safe place. People are friendly and can be trusted. You have a place in the world. You are worthy. You are respected. You are acknowledged. If you grow up in a war zone, your story is going to be very, very different. The world is a dangerous place. No one can be trusted. Life is fragile and can be taken any minute, and all of these sort of things, very different stories. You can grow up in a very loving, open, relaxed, giving family. That tells one story. You can grow up in an abusive, neglectful, hostile family. That tells a very different story. So when you put all these little pieces together, which you're doing from the time you're born up until about the time you're about 12, most of your picture is created, most of your story's been written as far as your subconscious is concerned. It's using that information to keep you safe, to keep you alive.